fucking chat. I say What do you mean you don't care?
I don't care that you've made fun of Nazis. What makes somebody a Nazi is usually holding reactionary beliefs along with anti-Semitic beliefs, such as the JQ, which you have now demonstrated.
How does that make someone a Nazi? Isn't a Nazi like a political party that believes in like National Socialism? And
no, I'm not saying.
A whole ideology,
okay,
right?
Let me break this down since you seem to be a little bit lost here. So, no, I'm not saying that you are
I'm
literally.
not lost.
Can you be quiet? I'm not saying that you are literally a Nazi who time traveled from the 1940s. I'm saying that you hold beliefs that are in line with neo-Nazi beliefs nowadays, and that would be an aversion to any form of progress. You're a reactionary. You hate diversity, and you think that Jews are to blame for the quote-unquote erasure of white people, which is also what you've said. So, yes. That makes you a neo-Nazi, my friend.
How so? I mean, like, again, like, I don't want
anti-Semitism, reactionary beliefs.
I don't hate anybody.
You don't have to hate anybody. It's anti-Semitic to believe that Jews, for some reason or another, are trying to erase white people. Louis, is this Theroux? I've never heard of this man, and now I kind of feel like I'm a lamey for not knowing him. He has apparently made a career out of interviewing and questioning and grilling neo-Nazis and other members of radical political movements. He was thrown out of American far-right activist and online troll Beardson Beardly's Kentucky home after questioning him about his Nazi salutes.
No, I mean, I'm not a white nationalist or anything. I mean,
I have to say that, right? To be optical?
No, I'm not even a political guy.
Really?
No, I'm a gamer, dude.
He's just lying through his teeth right now. Yes, he's a white nationalist. Yes, he's political. Seriously? This is just like blatant lies while smugly like smirking, because what are they going to do about it? Huh?
And you did a Nazi salute.
Oh, I didn't mean to. I was just trying to wave.
But it was quite clearly a Nazi salute.
It wasn't a Nazi salute.
Can we look at it?
Look, it was an accident if it was. I mean, I was just trying to do like a one of those.
Can we see the picture, please? Give me a break.
Yeah. You see how I'm going like that? Like a military salute.
That one, but you did it twice.
Okay, yeah, he did salute, that's true. But then he put his hand up like a Nazi salute, so...
Are you sitting there? You're gonna sit there and say I'm doing a Nazi salute?
I asked you if you were.
Here's your mic.
It was quite evidently looked like one.
Get the fuck out of my house. Are you kidding me?
When did you lose your sense of humor?
When did you lose your sense of integrity?
America First Groyper General and very close ally of Nick Fuentes' Beardson Beardly has a monumental meltdown for the ages after wife leaves him, and the documentary exposed him as a Nazi-saluting idiot. Oh, yes.
There's no possible way you could hate women more than me. I live with one. I've lived with one for years. No, my friend, I have found a new affinity for hating women that has gone well beyond my current capacity, what I thought I could. I hate going on first dates. It's a miserable experience. You just got to come up with like fucking small talk.
This is literally just a self-report, and this is what a lot of these lonely losers do, is when they can no longer get the attention of a woman, instead of admitting that they have a problem, like maybe you have an issue with sitting around in your basement talking about how bad women are and how scary black people are. Maybe that's like kind of, undesirable for most well-adjusted women. Instead of looking inwards, no, it's all the women's fault. A real woman would like a guy who looks like he hasn't showered in 3 days, smells like Mountain Dew in desperation, and is an alt-right troll who lies about it when confronted. Yeah, manly man, oof. Beardson, your beta behavior throughout this entire encounter is going to lead to the fall of Western civilization, my friend. I mean, give me a break, okay? Weak men like Beardson lead to hard times. Thankfully, hard times lead to strong men, such as myself. And then strong men create good times, which then again create weak men. And Beardson, you are that weak man.
And I just want to scream like fat necessarily, but I thought it'd just be good to go out with somebody. I thought it'd be good to go out with some.
So why don't women like me? Sometimes I like to just scream slurs. Why don't women like me? Whenever we meet up at the local Olive Garden, after I arrive on my fucking lawnmower, sometimes I just start screaming slurs, get them out of my system, gotta get the N-word, the F slur, You know, maybe even drop a couple like bitch here and there just to get pumped up. What's the woman's problem, man? Okay, I'm a well-adjusted individual.
Somebody, it was terrible. It was just, it was absolutely terrible. I'm done with it. I think I'm done dating. I think I'm just gonna be single forever.
Please, yes, be single forever. Yes, don't reproduce. Shut the fuck up and leave forever. Yes.
I hate women. I'm a fucking Chad. I say fuck you. That's right. I'm dropping N-bombs. I'm dropping fuck. I'm hitting the fucking ye button. You're an e-girl. You're not down with me saying and chick going yeah. Fuck you. All right. I'm the bad boy.
You're not like the attractive bad boy that like girls are like, oh, he doesn't follow the rules. You're like the bad boy who is just out of jail and stalks women late at night on their way home. You're like the bad boy who they're like, that man, he is like a bad guy. Stay away from him. Bring pepper spray.
I'm creative as fuck. No one is more creative than me. No one. Absolutely no one. People say, oh, Beardson's bad optics for America first. I am optics. It's because I've been in the game long.
This is the okay. Well, hey, if this is the optics of America first, all you've really done is demonstrate what we all thought. But now it makes it way harder for you, you scumfuck liars, to lie when confronted about it.
Longer than anybody. I've been in the game longer than Nick. I invented the woman question. I've invented so much shit in right-wing spaces that I don't get credit for it, and I don't bitch about it. I don't.
I've invented so much, guys. Like, I'm like the Thomas Edison of the neo-Nazis, okay? I've invented new slurs to call black people, all right? Where's my props? I'm not complaining, but have I mentioned I hate women? Well, you know, it's actually kind of funny because he does have the hipster look, and then he's like, you know, I was using slurs before it was cool. Yeah!
Hey, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. What's up, buddy? You miss me?
Hey, I did, man. I'm glad you reached out. I'm glad we can have a talk.
Yeah, I wanted to. I recently went over your thing on stream, and yeah, I thought maybe we could talk about it.
What thing?
Apparently you were in a documentary a couple months ago.
Oh, the BBC thing. Yeah.
Yeah. What happened with all that, man?
What do you mean? I think it went pretty good.
I mean, it seems like you got pretty mad at the guy when he was just pointing out that you made a pretty obvious Nazi salute.
Oh, no, I didn't make a Nazi salute.
Okay, well, I knew we were going to probably argue about that anyway, but it just seemed that you got, like, really offended really quickly.
Yeah, I did. I don't like being called a Nazi.
I mean, what is your opinion when it comes to Jews?
What do you mean? Like, my opinion?
Like you know, I know you're familiar with, like...
I don't hate anybody.
No, I don't think you hate Jews or anything. I'm just wondering, like, do you think that Jews, like, hold, like, disproportionate positions of power and are all kind of like working together to push like degeneracy on the West or whatnot?
I don't think there's some like grand conspiracy or anything like that. I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, disproportionately speaking, if you look in terms of population, yeah, sure, they do hold a disproportionate amount of power in this country. Sure. I mean, especially you look at like a lot of the lobby groups like AIPAC, et cetera. I mean, I think they have a pretty strong like influence in the United States, which isn't really proportionate to their population levels here, but you know,
well,
I don't think there's like some secret like Jewish cabal planning like behind the scenes, like yes, we're gonna subvert America or whatever. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, I mean, it's a statistical.
I mean, I love Jews.
It is a statistical fact that Jews are in disproportionate positions of power. It's usually just concerning when people hold the belief that they're all like a monolith, kind of conspiring for whatever reason, but. I mean, if you don't have a problem with Jews and you don't believe if you don't believe the JQ, then like, why did you do the Nazi salute?
I didn't do a Nazi salute.
I mean, I'm watching the clip.
Uh-huh.
And it looked like a Nazi salute.
I mean,
anybody that has like half a brain.
Can I ask you why would I do a Nazi salute then? Like, I mean, that's what
you're at AFPAC with Nick Fuentes and a bunch of other losers.
Right. So right. Well, actually, the film that you're referring to is actually outside of CPAC, right? So let's examine this like logically here for a second. You're a big logic guy, right? Like
I'm literally looking at the clip and like you deliberately did it twice.
Are you gonna let me talk here or what?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So like you're a big logic guy. You know, you like to like follow logic. I think that's pretty clear.
I love logic.
Right. So I mean, I've made fun of Nazis for like 4 or 5 years on the internet. I have a pretty big track record. I mean, that's part of kind of how I got to where I am. I made fun of people like Richard Spencer, Mike Enoch with TRS and stuff.
But don't you make fun of Richard Spencer because you think he's like not radical enough? He like sold out. He's cucked. He became like a CNN person or something.
No, I mean I was making fun of Richard Spencer far before that even happened. Before he made this sort of flip. And again, I've made fun of like, I'm not sure you're familiar with like TRS, like Mike Enoch and Eric Stryker, that group of people. I've made fun of them for like literally years, probably since like 2017, 2018. And you can go back and
then why would you do something so blatant that looks like you'd made a Nazi salute twice? I mean, there's also
that's what I'm saying though, right? Like that's what I'm saying. It wasn't a Nazi salute.
But what about the okay?
Like why would I do that?
Is you know what I mean? Are you looking at my stream at all?
I know there's like cameras and stuff around, right? Like I'm not dumb, so like why would I do a Nazi salute then? You know what I mean?
Well, I might debate whether or not you're dumb, but like, what do you? Do you not think that picture looks like a Nazi salute to you?
That's from 2016, and that's a screen grab of a video taken out of context from like a comedy video I did, where actually I was making fun of Richard Spencer during. You remember Hailgate? I don't know if you remember that or not.
I don't remember that now.
Well, he did this thing. It was like really stupid. He was like, "Hail Trump, hail our people, hail victory." And people started throwing up Nazi salutes, and I did a comedy video on Twitter making fun of that, and that's just a screen grab from that.
Okay, cool. I mean, I guess I can understand that one. It's more the video that I don't get.
What? I mean, like it was just like I was trying to just do like a standard military salute.
But that's not a military salute.
Okay, well, I'm not in the military, so I mean, I'm
okay,
not
come on. You just got done saying you're not dumb, and now you're being dumb. Everybody and their brother knows that there's no fucking Nazi salute that looks like a military salute that looks like a Nazi salute.
But this is what I'm talking about. Like, you're not being like very generous to me at all. Like, you're just like accusing me of being like lying when I have no reason to lie. You know what I mean?
Okay, first of all, I think you do because it's bad. It looks very bad to.
Why? I mean, why would it look bad? Like let's follow this.
To come out and say that you're a Nazi?
So why would I, after like all these years of me like making fun of Nazis, like why all of a sudden would I like come out as a Nazi and then retract it? Like, why wouldn't I just stick with it? Like, why would I lie about doing a Nazi salute if I wanted to do a Nazi salute?
I don't know. Genuinely, I don't. You're kind of an enigma to me, so I wouldn't really know. But the excuse you gave in the documentary was, I'm doing a military salute? Like,
yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Yeah, I was just trying to do like, it's a big thing in our circle. We do like an 07, in the chat. Like an 07 military salute.
Yeah, but if you had your hand up to your forehead and you were going like that, like I get it, and you did put your hand to your forehead.
I just want to point out, like, this is how hysterical like your side is when it comes to stuff, is that you literally like you're so like, you guys are so caught up on this like secret Nazi thing for some reason, and I don't really understand.
This doesn't look that secret. This just looks like a pretty blatant.
Right. But this is what I'm saying. But it's not. This is our argument. I'm not a Nazi. Well, yes, you are. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's reductive.
It's that like, I'm not a Nazi. Well, then why the fuck does your behavior seem to indicate otherwise?
Just answer the question. Like, why would I lie? Let's follow this through.
I don't know. Would I lie about it? I'm not inside of your head, thank God. So I have no means of knowing that.
So you have no reason to not believe me then when I say it's not a Nazi salute.
No, that's not true. Not when you actually have it on video of you doing Nazi salutes.
It's not. But I'm telling you, it's not a Nazi salute. What evidence do you have to not believe me?
Wait, so why would you do something that so obviously to everybody looks like a Nazi salute?
But it's not. It's not to me. Maybe it is to you because, again, you believe in secret Nazis. Like, maybe that's
I don't believe in secret Nazis. I'm asking you why you would do something like this.
But you do. You think I'm a secret Nazi because I'm telling you I'm not a Nazi, and you're like, well, yeah, but you would do this, and I'm like, well, it's not. Do you really? I mean, you really think my intention was to do a Nazi salute? Is that what you think?
I don't know what your intention was. It just seems very odd that the video seems to be showing you Nazi saluting.
That's what I'm saying. You have no reason not to believe me when I say I wasn't intending to do a Nazi salute. That's not a Nazi salute.
Well, you lied throughout the documentary, so I don't know.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
What did I lie about?
You said that you're not political and that you're a gamer.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much, that's very true. I mean, I have political beliefs, but I mainly just...
Dude, your main thing is talking politics. Are you kidding me?
Have you watched any of my content? No, I don't really talk about politics all that much. I talk about like cultural things sometimes, but like I don't really talk about politics. It bores me.
Okay.
I talk about sometimes.
This is what I mean is like it's just like denial, plausible deniability constantly. I mean, we've watched your clips, my dude.
Yeah.
Why are you praised by Nick Fuentes for being what was it, like a general when it comes to the America First movement or something like that? I mean,
no.
Do you really spend most of your streams just like sitting around playing Roblox?
No, I don't play Roblox. That's a gay game for kids. I play stuff like Elden Ring and stuff like that. I'm playing WoW right now, actually. I've been playing that. I mean, you heard that, like, I've went on like Ethan Ralph's show about this. I've went on like tons of shows about this. I've talked about this pretty extensively.
Which part?
I mean, all of it. I mean, even in the documentary, I say I'm not a Groyper general. Like, again, why would I lie about this? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really make much sense why I would lie to you. I have no motivation to lie. You know what I mean? If I was a Nazi, I don't have a job. This is my job. This is my career, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't really face any sort of like real inconsequential, like I'd face no real feedback from it whatsoever.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
if we're obviously, yeah, I'm not going to say no, you're a secret Nazi because I don't know that.
Yeah,
but if anything,
I mean,
I think the most plausible explanation is that you like to be edgy, and Nazi
That's true,
salutes
yeah.
right now are edgy, and you're in a car with a bunch of other edgelords who are also, well, not also, but who are themselves anti-Semitic, and it seems that you're kind of gesturing, whether sincerely or not, to validating their beliefs to a degree.
No, like, that's silly. I don't know why I would do that again. Why would I do? That doesn't make any sense. That's silly. That's silly. Have you ever considered like changing your name? Like Hunter is kind of a dumb name for someone with such a negative canthal tilt.
Well, before we go into the personal insults, which is what you usually do.
I'm kidding. I was just giving you a little crap. No. We can get back to it.
Okay, yeah, I mean, there's really, I don't know what else there is to argue about. It's just there's a video of you making what appears to be a Nazi salute twice.
Well,
so I don't understand why that's just...
Well, doesn't a Nazi salute typically begin at like the chest, if I remember correctly, from the old videos?
I don't know. You're the secret Nazi. Just kidding.
Well,
but I don't know. I don't know how it begins, like, but everybody knows when you raise your hand like that, it's a fucking Nazi salute.
What if you wave awkwardly, all of a sudden you're a Nazi now?
That's not an awkward wave, my dude.
Yes, it is.
We watched this clip on stream.
It clearly is.
Dude, you didn't even move your fingers like in a way that waving would go. You literally raised your hand up.
Wait. Can we address it? Are you moving your fingers when you wave? Are you giving like the jazz
if you're going
hands
like
every
this,
time you wave?
if you're up there like that, you would be...
Are you giving the jazz hands when you wave?
Wait, no, not the jazz hands. If you were waving, it would go like this.
You didn't even move your fingers. You didn't even wiggle your fingers.
Do you see what I'm doing right here?
What is that, dude?
Do you see what I'm doing on my stream? It's literally you move your wrist around. Sometimes, yeah, I guess that's fair. It's not always necessarily fingers, but yeah, you're moving, you're waving like this. But that's not what you're doing. You have your hands straight up like that, exactly like the fucking Nazi thing.
I mean, dude, there's not like one uniform way to wave, man. And again, like I just don't know.
There is one uniform way to salute, to do a Nazi salute, though, and that's what you're doing.
Yeah, and that begins at the chest. Why don't you go ahead and pull up what a Nazi salute looks like? Like, you know, I mean, it's just like really rich. Like you claim you don't know what a Nazi salute begins with, but you're sitting there accusing me of doing a Nazi. So look it up. Like, why don't you just look it up?
Can you just like give a better explanation?
No. I think you should look it up. I mean, if you're going to accuse me of doing a Nazi salute, I think it's only fair that you should know what a Nazi salute looks like.
Wait, I don't need to know. I know. First of all, I know what a Nazi salute looks like.
Just show me.
Second
where it begins.
of all, I don't. No, stop.
No.
It doesn't matter where it begins. Your Nazi salute
That's
here.
That's the whole point of doing a Nazi salute.
Your Nazi salute here didn't begin like a Nazi salute would. You began this, yes, by doing
it's not a Nazi salute. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Can you stop? By doing a standard military salute. I'm with you there. But then when you're done saluting, you raise your fucking hand up in the air and keep it there for like, what, 5 seconds? Doing the obvious... Okay. This is what I mean. It's like, obviously there is
But this is what I'm saying, man. Like, you don't have any reason to not believe me about it. Like, I don't understand why you just...
Other than the video. Like, why would I take your word for it?
Why would I lie? Why would I lie about it? That's the thing. Like, you can't prove to me, like, I have no reason to lie about it. I have no motivation to lie about it. Right? Like, you can admit that. You've admitted that multiple times here, so I have no reason to lie about it, right?
Let's go ahead and look up the Nazi salute here.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
It's like identical to what you were doing. It's so funny.
No, like a video, like where it begins and how it goes through. Like, don't look at.
That's what I mean, though, is that it's not about how it begins. It's the fact that you are holding your hand upwards in a straight direction that is the fucking Nazi salute. I don't care if it didn't start like a formal Nazi salute would.
So everybody that like raises their hand above their shoulder is a Nazi now. Is that what you're trying to like? This is what I'm saying. You people.
No, it's not that you raise your hand below. Stop strawmanning. It's that you held your hand up in the air.
You're strawmanning right now, man. Like, what do you mean? Like, you're strawmanning me right now.
Oh my god.
Because I'm just like, it's like I'm not doing a Nazi salute, and you're like, yes, you are. Like, that's all this is.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. It's true that there is nothing else that I can say. It's just I think from now we're just gonna have to kind of like all smugly laugh at you as you weasel out of this and deny it.
Why would
while we all
I mean,
watched the video of you doing it over and over again.
But that's what I'm saying, man. It's like, why would I weasel out of it? You know what I mean? Like, if I'm a Nazi, right?
I don't know. It seems like you're being incredibly cowardly. But
about what?
Yeah.
Like, why? Again, why would I? I would face no repercussions whatsoever.
Okay, how about this? Are you able to admit that it looks like a Nazi salute?
No. I'm not going to concede that.
So now I know you're actually just being Weasley. Because you even in the fucking documentary you said otherwise. You were like, "Yeah, I know that looks bad, but..." So clearly you know it looks bad. You know it could potentially be interpreted as a Nazi salute.
Yeah. You know, I regret saying that, honestly. I think it's like ridiculous. It's like anytime anybody waves awkwardly, like you're just going to accuse them of being a Nazi. It's like very silly. I think you people are very silly. With
it
this,
is
like,
insane.
Secret,
there were so many times too that Adolf Hitler
Nazi
like just
stuff.
waved awkwardly and people they ran with it. It was disgusting. But okay, I mean, yeah, this was the main thing I wanted to talk to you about.
Adolf Hitler was like an actual Nazi, though. I mean, that's again, it's just like why are you? How have you not improved on your analogy?
No, because now, first of all, I was trolling you there. Second of all, I was making fun of you in a smug way about the fact that you're over here saying, no, people are being ridiculous because it's an awkward wave. Like, bruh, it's not a fucking awkward wave to hold your hand up in the air, mimicking a Nazi salute for 5 seconds straight, and then doing it twice.
Do you think Laura Ingraham was doing a Nazi salute at CPAC?
I don't know what the Lauren Ingram thing was.
Yeah, I'll pull it up for you.
Okay.
I'll give you an example. Right. It used to be, honestly, a pretty common way for people to wave. It is. Like, I think it's really silly and ridiculous.
Maybe if you're like, it's like a stiff wave.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is.
No, this is what I mean, is that you are actually like trying to dumb it down. You're like, well, I was just an awkward wave. Well, I wasn't actually in a full-blown Nazi uniform. Like, my dude, come on. You're trying so hard to weasel out of this.
No. You see, you want to talk about strawmanning, but now you're like putting words in my mouth.
No, that again. Okay, see, it's funny because you say that I need to get better insults and/or analogies, but like you need to get better at comprehending when I'm being sarcastic and making fun of you.
Well, yeah, but don't put words in my mouth while you do it and try to misrepresent me. I think that's really cheap and lowbrow. I think you're better than that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'd never said anything about like a Nazi uniform or anything like that. That's silly.
Yeah, I know, dude. I know. That's why I'm fucking with you, because it's funny because you seem to be raising the standard over and over again. All right, let's see. Yeah. Is there a video of this behavior?
Yeah, I think there is. I don't know if it's in the article or not, but I mean, I just gave you kind of a still of it.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, see, the difference here would be if it was a freeze frame, then I think you'd have more plausible deniability. I would like to see an example of this, a video. Hold on.
Yeah, you can look it up. I mean, people made a big stink about it. I mean,
how long ago is this?
Like 2016, maybe.
Yeah, okay. So see this, you have much more plausible deniability. Because she actually just raised her hand like that and then went on to wave. You raised your hand stiffly, kept it in what appeared to be a Nazi salute, and then just kept it there. Okay. You just kept doing it.
But I bring this up because people accused her of doing a Nazi salute. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of silly. You know what I mean? Again, like I don't.
Do you think that it maybe looked a little bit like a Nazi salute for here and there?
No, I'm not going to sit here and concede that every time somebody sticks their arm out that it's a Nazi salute. I think that's silly.
That's not what I said. I said the way in which she raised her hand in that freeze frame. Now listen, interpreting that as a Nazi salute, I do think would be bad faith. However, I think that we can also concede that it looks like a Nazi salute at first.
I mean, like,
wait, here's what I'm wondering though is, wait, stop. If you're able to admit that this at least at a freeze frame looks like a Nazi salute, then you would have to also recognize that what you did also looked like a Nazi salute. The big difference here being that this was for a fucking split second where they basically got a freeze frame that looked bad, whereas we have you on video doing it twice and keeping your hand in what appeared to be the Nazi salute for seconds at a time. It wasn't just like a quick wave.
I think we need to really dive into this, Hunter. I think we really need to analyze this, because if you look very closely, I think you'll look and you'll notice the angle in which my arm is raised is actually more akin to raising my hand like in a school class. You know, I'm way up here. You know, like almost like I'm raising my hand. You know what I mean? My palm is facing the crowd. Clearly, that's like basic geometry. You know, I think clearly the angle is not right. It's just it's silly. I mean, again, you could sit there and try to play these sort of games, these rhetorical games, but like again, I haven't found any definitive. You haven't proven to me that like I'm a Nazi.
Yeah,
or
well,
like I have any
can't
reason to do a
prove
Nazi
that.
salute.
I know. I cannot
but you
prove
could-
that. Also, you're
Okay,
sitting
so then why would
down,
I
so
do-
to be like, look, I was waving a little bit higher. I don't buy that. But yeah, no,
Why?
I'm not. Hold on, stop. I'm not interested in getting on here and saying, here is why you are a Nazi, and I have proven now 100% empirically. I can't do that. It's hingent upon
Because it's
whether or
silly.
not. Hold on, stop. It's contingent on whether or not you exhibit beliefs that are in line with Nazism, and then also are acting
I
or
mean,
doing what appear to be
no,
Nazi
no.
salutes. So
what belief do I have that's in line with Nazism?
I mean, I asked how you think about a thing about Jews, and thankfully you didn't really buy into the JQ. What's your opinion on like the Holocaust? Do you deny the Holocaust or anything?
I don't really know too much about the Holocaust, to be honest with you. I know, a bunch of people died, but I've never been a big like World
How
War
many
II
people do you
history
think
buff
like
guy.
died or anything?
I don't know. I've read multiple numbers. I don't really know what to believe on that, to be honest with you. I've seen like 2 to 3 million. I've seen 6 million. I've seen 11 million. So I don't know.
This is what I mean though with you like weaseling.
What do you mean?
I don't know much about the Holocaust. I'm sorry. Did you go to
I
school?
don't. Yeah.
Okay, so how many people died in the Holocaust? Go ahead.
I don't know. Like I said, I just told you. I've read 2 to 3 million. I've read 6. I've read 11. I don't know.
How many do you think it's documented and most historically accepted?
I don't know. I've never looked it up.
You genuinely don't know. So you're gonna pull the "I'm just fucking stupid" card?
I've never taken a history in World War II history. I just don't. I don't care about it. I legitimately don't do. I don't know. It's not a big deal to me. You know what I mean? How many people died in the Rwandan genocide? How many people died in the Armenian genocide? I don't know.
It's not the Rwanda genocide that determines whether or not you might be in line with more Nazi beliefs. This is why I'm asking you specifically questions about this.
It's a genocide is a genocide is a genocide. I don't try to like memorize totals on how many people died in certain genocides. You know what I mean? That doesn't make you anti-Armenian because you can't tell me how many people didn't die in the Armenian genocide. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid.
No, it's that when everybody knows that it was 6 million Jews that were killed in the Holocaust, and you go, well, I don't actually really know. I've seen different numbers. It sounds like you're weaseling because you're trying to hide what you really think about the issue.
No,
that's
I'm
just how
being
it's coming
honest.
across.
I'm just trying to be honest with you, man. I don't know. Like, you see what I'm saying? That's like a no-win situation for me because you don't believe me for some reason. You know what I mean? There's no generosity here in this conversation, and you're not willing to approach us in any sort of good faith. That like maybe I'm just being honest with you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, have you ever maybe just assumed for an instance like I have no reason to lie to you about any of this
Like
stuff?
if I ever just stopped and assumed that maybe you're just like stupid? I mean, yeah.
When it comes to the Holocaust, yeah, sure. I'm not proud. I'm not running around here being like, I am a genius. I know everything there is to know about the Holocaust. I don't care. I think, quite frankly, it's not something that interests me.
Someone says, Hunter, it was 10 million, you racist. No, it was 6 million Jews that were killed. There were more deaths overall. But, okay.
I mean, how many people died in the Armenian genocide, Hunter?
I don't know. But I've never
Well,
done
you
a
must be-
salute that demonstrates that or suggests that I might be in line with the people who committed that genocide.
Well, yeah, but I'm sorry. Again, I'm sorry. You're anti-Armenian, and I hate to break it to you.
Like you tell me to
You
get.
know that,
wait,
right?
hold on,
You're-
stop.
are
You
you-
tell
are you
me to
admitting
get
that
better.
you're-
Stop.
Are
You
you
tell
admitting
me
that
to
you're
get
stupid, Hunter? Is that what you're admitting to me? That you're stupid? You don't know how many people died in the Armenian
No, what
genocide?
you're demonstrating to me is that
No,
you
I
don't
think- I
actually
think
know
you're
how
admitting that you're stupid. I
analogies
think
work
that's
at
what it
all.
is.
The question is not how many people died in some random genocide. The question is, what are your thoughts on the Holocaust specifically? Because modern day neo-Nazis are pretty quick to cast doubt upon the quote-unquote official numbers.
I mean, what do you, it's such an open-ended question. Like, what do you mean? My thoughts on it? It was bad.
I don't know.
What do
How
you
many
want me to say
cookies
here?
were in the oven? Maybe ask your buddy.
When are you going to debate him, by the way?
Probably soon. We might be talking about religion.
Yeah, you
But
should
yeah.
set that up. Michael Alberto wanted me to ask you that. I wanted to ask before I forgot.
Okay, cool. Well,
So.
I mean, that's all I had here. What else do you want to talk about?
Let's dive into this. I mean, like, why do you? I just have like a serious question. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm trying to actually approach all this with good faith. I hope you at least recognize the fact that I've tried to be pretty up and up on this with you. You know what I mean?
Sure. Go ahead.
What do you mean, sure? I mean, that's standoffish. There's no reason to be hostile here. We've all been
I said
friends.
sure. Don't
You
don't
said
be
it in, like, a
offended. Don't
catty
kick me
way.
off your
You said-
property, okay?
Yeah, well, I'll try not to. But I just want to know, like, maybe not you specifically, okay? I'll say it like that. But why do you think there's a lot of people on the left that seem to think that there's like this? Don't get me wrong, I will never like.
Can you hold on a minute, please? I would like to just let me just mute you real quick for just a split second while I watch this clip.
Dude, I fucking hate Israel. Okay? I do. I hate immigration. I hate Israel. I hate women. Like, these are things that I will never in my entire life disavow. I will talk about Jews till the end of the fucking earth, man. Because Jews are the biggest problem. They are.
So how come I have this clip right here of you saying Jews are the biggest problem and you're never going to stop talking about how bad Jews are?
It's true.
How are Jews the biggest problem?
Well, I mean, for one, I do think that a lot of Jewish people end up trying to subvert white people. I do. I don't think it's like, but like the way that you phrased it was like the sort of like collusion thing.
Okay.
That's really true. I think it's just part of their nature. I think.
Oh my God, I'm so glad we have this. We're having this conversation. Okay, I get it. Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so you think that Jews want to subvert white people?
Yeah, maybe not as like collectively. I don't think every Jew does, but I mean, there's certainly Jews in power that absolutely do. Yeah, sure.
What does it have to do for what does that have to do with them being Jews? Couldn't it just be there are some people in power you think that want to subvert white people or whatever the fuck?
Yeah, but a lot of those people just tend to be Jewish, right? Like they're just happens to be. I mean, look for instance, like the lobby at like AIPAC, right? It's the biggest lobby in American government by far. They get the most money, the most funding, everything like that, and they are clearly trying to push Jewish values and Jewish ideals in this country. And I'm a Christian, and I just don't stand for that. I don't hate these people.
I mean, Christianity is born from Judeo-Christian values as well. So there's actually an element of Judaism even involved with Christianity there. But
there's a pretty big divide.
No, hold on, wait. See, you're doing it right now. This is exactly what I was asking you, and now you've just gone full mask off, finally. Which is literally what I was just saying. You think that Jews stop? You think that Jews primarily because they're Jews.
Don't fucking stop me! Then you're being very rude to me now. And I don't really.
Yeah. Oh, am I being rude to the guy? Oh no.
Yeah, you are.
Am I being mean to the guy that just said he hates Jews? Oh, boo hoo.
I don't hate. Again, this is what I'm saying.
Do you want to cry me a river?
Total straw man argument.
Do you want to cry?
I don't hate anybody.
Do you need a safe space?
That's what I'm talking about, man. Like, you're being ridiculous.
It's okay.
Like, you're being ridiculous right now.
All right. Why don't I mute you for another 5? All right. Let me mute you for another second or two, and I'm going to watch the rest of this clip. So
I'll just leave. How about that? How about I just leave? How about if you don't?
You're doing the same thing again. As soon as you start getting exposed, you just like run away.
No, I'm talking to you, man. Like, what do you mean?
Well, I'm trying to watch the clip at the same time.
You're trying to expose me from a clip on my stream where I talked about it openly. What are you talking about?
And then you just denied it when I asked you about it. The fact that you think Jews, maybe not all Jews, but a lot of Jews, primarily the Jews in power.
That's not what I said.
Listen, I can summarize your position right now to you very easily. You think that there are Jews in power that want to subvert white people.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, what relevance is it that they are Jewish?
Because again, I'm not sure you know this, Hunter. I explained this to you, but I know you're a bit of a nitwit, so let me explain this to you, in the most basic terms. Jewish people have their own religion and their own values and their own culture, right? You following along here with me?
Go ahead.
You with me so far? Yeah. Nod your head. Yes or no.
I understand where you're going with this. Continue.
Right. And I'm a Christian, and I have different values and traditions in a different culture.
And a Jewish value is erasing white people?
I wouldn't say that necessarily, but I do think that I would say that there's a lot of Jewish people that are involved in erasing white people. Sure, yeah.
So do you think there's any people that are like, do you think, for example, that a lot of people in power are also white people? Do you think that there are white people trying to erase other white people?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I can agree with that.
So then what is the point of saying that Jews are the problem? Why wouldn't you just say there are a lot of people in power that are the problem?
Because, again, I mean, I've talked about this very extensively. I mean, the most foreign aid that we give in this country goes to Israel, right? AIPAC is the biggest, most influential lobby in American government, right? And I think disproportionately they have way more sway than, I mean, you even admitted it yourself, right? That disproportionately speaking, they hold more positions of power.
Sure, but the problem is that you keep falling back on is that the conversation is not are there a disproportionate amount of Jews that hold power? The conversation is, are there a disproportionate amount of Jews that hold power and are working together or somehow working similarly to erase white people, which is what you have said you think is happening?
Yeah.
So why is this a Jewish thing?
What do you, I mean, again,
like, do you think it's like they're genetically predisposed to like eat out their host nation kind of thing, or like where are you coming from here?
Well, maybe. I mean, there tends to be a track record throughout history of them being expelled from countries due to the fact that they traditionally, and I think culturally, practicing like usury and money.
Well, there's also been a long
like
history of people being anti-Semitic and kicking Jews out of their country. So
gee, I mean,
people getting kicked out is not actually evidence that they're the problem. Not necessarily.
Well, but I don't think people are just like automatically anti-Semitic for no reason either. I mean, there's got to be some correlation there, Hunter.
Oh, right. So the anti-Semitics are just they're right now. So hold on, we've gone from you're not.
I don't know if they're right or not.
Wait, hold on, stop.
I don't know.
You've gone from I'm not actually a Nazi at all to well, I do think that Jews want to erase white people to well, maybe it is a genetic thing as to why they want to erase white people. And now we've gone to, oh, well, they probably were just kicked out because people are anti-Semitic for good reason. Do you hear yourself right now? And I'm supposed to believe that what you did wasn't a Nazi salute? And I'm supposed to believe that there wasn't a Nazi salute? You Weasley little bitch?
Oh, why? Again, this is what I'm talking about. Why the language?
Because you're a Weasley little bitch.
Why are you getting so mad? Like, I don't.
Because I get mad when I talk to Weasley little bitches.
Who's being Weasley? I'm being completely honest with you.
You went from, I've never said anything about this, I don't really have an opinion, ooh woo, to us watching this clip that you apparently deleted immediately afterwards, where you go on a long spiel about how much you hate fucking Jews.
No. I mean, you're putting words in my mouth, though. That's never what I said. I never said I've never talked about Jews before in my life. I would never say that, because I have, extensively.
I thought that you said that you've never
really... a lot of things.
Okay, why don't I just continue? I just would like to finish watching this.
Dude, I've been on the internet for like 6 years, man. I talk about like tons of different shit, and you can watch clips of all of it. Yeah, like it's not my primary thing that I talk about every night. I don't get online and I'm like, man, Jews are the problem again. Let's do it. You know what I mean? It's just not my bit. Usually, I just come in here and shoot shit. Sometimes I talk about it. Sometimes I don't.
I mean, do you think that like Jews are white?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So.
I mean, if they were white, then no. But if they were white, why would it be anti-Semitic to
That's what I mean.
Like
no. You're being anti-Semitic by trying to make the distinction.
But there's a distinction already exists. That's what I'm saying.
So you don't think that Jews can be white as well?
But why do you have a special term for Semites? You know what I mean? Like, why would we have that term if they were just white people, just like the rest of us?
I don't know. Maybe like what you said, different culture, different beliefs.
Different genetics. Maybe it's because they come from the Middle East. You know?
Right.
I mean,
so this is what I mean is that you not only think that it's Jews doing this, you not only make the distinction now between white people and Jews, you also think that Jews have a genetic reason as to why they want to erase white people. Like, do you hear yourself right now?
That's not what I said. I'm just explaining to you the difference between like white people and Semites.
Wait. You just said the genetic thing.
You just keep putting words in my mouth.
So do you think that there's a genetic reason behind why Jews want to get rid of their host nation?
No. Like, why do you keep doing this with me? Why do you keep putting words in my mouth? Are you not capable of following along with what I'm saying?
No, I am. It's just that usually when you're talking because you're talking extremely weaselly, and I'm trying to accurately interpret what you're saying without your dumb fuck spin put on it.
No, you're just putting words.
Okay, so then answer the question. So why then stop? Be quiet. Shut the fuck up. So then why do you think?
Shut the fuck up, you fucking
be quiet.
No. I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna keep talking.
Oh no. Your soy latte's at the door. Shh. Ring.
What are you talking about? Nick, look at your jawline. What the fuck are you talking about, man? Get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep talking.
So let me ask you this question. No. Why then do Jews want to get rid of white people?
We're not gonna continue this conversation until you agree to stop putting words in my mouth. That's a pretty basic and simple request.
Okay, I can agree to that.
Thank you.
So why do you think that Jews are trying to get rid of white people? What makes it specific to Jews?
Well, I think a lot of it, I don't think it's specific to Jews. I think black people engage in this culture too. I think Hispanics do to a smaller extent. I think there's a lot of anti-white sentiment throughout this country for sure. But I mean, I think particularly Jewish people want to limit the status of America. I think that has a lot to do with it. And you can read a lot of for instance, it's a great website called like the Jewish Forward, and it's written by Jewish people. And they often brag about how they want to like limit white birth rates and things like that. I don't know what it is, but Jews are pretty big proponents of diversity. They just are.
Do you think it has anything to do with like what you said throughout history? Jews have suffered greatly at the hands of people who are opposed to diversity, so maybe they tend to be in favor of more inclusive policies.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm not a mind reader. I can't read their minds and tell you why they are the way that they are.
But you like even that right there. You're like they seem to be in favor of diversity. Like okay, there's a lot of white people who are also in favor of diversity.
There's a lot of people. There's just a lot of white people in general.
Diversity is not a bad thing. So you'd have to first establish that it is.
Well, I disagree with that.
Well, I know you do. But then you go on to try to make this something specific to the Jews. You're saying, yeah, well, I think other people do it too, but you think that it's do you or do you not believe that Jews have the heaviest influence in this regard?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Okay. So this is like the JQ. You realize that. You're doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm well aware, yeah.
So you're okay. So,
but I mean, you
asked what beliefs you have that demonstrate that you're a Nazi. This is the belief, dude.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. The fact that you think Jews are somehow working to erase white people is the JQ.
So, no, but like here's the thing. Like, what is a Nazi exactly? I mean, this is a term that gets bandied around a lot. Mm-hmm. I don't worship Adolf Hitler. I have no reverence for Adolf Hitler whatsoever. I think he was a loser. Glad he killed himself. I don't care. I have no reverence for Nazis. Okay, there's plenty of actual internet Nazis that hate me because I make fun of them all the time.
Cool,
right?
Don't care.
And what do you mean you don't care?
I don't care that you've made fun of Nazis. What makes somebody a Nazi is usually holding reactionary beliefs along with anti-Semitic beliefs, such as the JQ, which you have now demonstrated.
How does that make someone a Nazi? Isn't a Nazi like a political party that believes in like National Socialism? And
no, I'm not saying.
Like okay, wait.
Okay,
right?
let me break this down since you seem to be a little bit lost here. So, no, I'm not saying that you are literally. Can you be quiet? I'm not saying that you are literally a Nazi who time traveled from the 1940s. I'm saying that you hold beliefs that are in line with neo-Nazi beliefs nowadays, and that would be an aversion to any form of progress. You're a reactionary. You hate diversity. And you think that Jews are to blame for the quote-unquote erasure of white people, which is also what you've said. So, yes. That makes you a neo-Nazi, my friend.
How so? I mean, like, again, like, I don't want
anti-Semitism, reactionary beliefs.
I don't hate anybody.
You don't have to hate anybody. It's anti-Semitic to believe that Jews, for some reason or another, are trying to erase white people.
But wouldn't anti-Semitism imply a sort of hatred?
No, not necessarily. Your beliefs are anti-Semitic in and of themselves.
I mean, I don't know. I'm going to need to Google some textbook definition here because I think you're capping here.
Okay, while you do that, I'm going to just quickly put you on mute so we can finish this clip.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Say what you will. Jews, oh, hey, Beardson, like, what's causing you so many problems? It's fucking Jews, dude. How can I, like, argue otherwise? It's fucking Jews. Jews are the problem.
So it's kind of funny that you said, oh, I don't hate anybody, but the clip we're watching, you literally said I hate Jews.
Did I?
Yes. So are you disavowing that?
No. It was a joke. I mean, it's like just I'm being hyperbolic. It's like
this is what I mean with you being such a Weasley bitch. This is why I keep calling you a Weasley bitch. You realize that, right? We went from it was a joke to well, I was doing a military salute to well, I don't hate anybody to well, okay, I do hate Jews, but I was joking to. Can you like even keep your own bigotry straight?
I mean, like, do you know what like being like hyperbolic means? Like you're just like shooting the shit.
I know what being hyperbolic means, and then I know what literally saying that you hate a group of people means. So yeah.
So like you know when if I say something like for instance, right? Like if I say like I hate pickles, you know what I mean? Doesn't mean I'm like I fucking hate pickles, and I'm like every time I see a pickle, I'm gonna like smash it, destroy it. I'm gonna launch a campaign against pickles. You just say like an offshoot, like I hate pickles. You know, it's kind of how I feel about it. Don't actually hate anybody. I have no hate in my heart for anybody, including you, Hunter. I love you.
Well, I have plenty of hate in my heart for you.
Yeah, I can tell. You're a very mean guy for some reason. You're
I know. Oh man, you're right. You know, I'm so mean. Yeah. I should really try to wear the kid gloves when I'm handling a sniveling, weaselly little cunt like you, who's lying nonstop about what you actually believe. Now we have video of you doing a goddamn Nazi salute. You tried to deny it. Now we have video of you saying you actually hate Jews.
I did.
And that they're the problems, and we have you on call admitting that you think Jews are leading, at least partially, to the downfall of white people.
Yeah.
You are a neo-Nazi, dude.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is like your whole argument. It's like Nuh-uh. Yes, huh? Nuh-uh. Yes, huh? No, I'm not.
No, your argument is nuh-uh. My argument is, yeah, huh. Here's all the fucking evidence that you're just saying, oh, it was a joke. Ooh, woo.
Again, like, I don't know why I would lie about it, though. That's what I'm saying.
I do. You've already lied. Multiple times.
But, like, what's my motivation? What would
You
be
said,
my
I don't hate
motivation for
anybody, dude.
denying this?
I've never said anything about hating people. Okay, no, that's not true. We have a video of you saying that you literally hate Jews and that they're the fault for all the problems in the world right now that you're running into.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
But I don't actually hate them. I don't hate anybody.
You realize you don't need to actually in your heart have like this burning, frothing hatred for Jews for you to be a neo-Nazi, right?
I wouldn't know. I'm not a neo-Nazi. I don't.
You are. That's the thing that's funny is like you're in denial right now. You're coping.
You know more about this stuff than I do, Hunter.
You're coping right now.
I'm not. Well, coping about what?
Coping for the fact that you've said everything in line with what a neo-Nazi believes, and then now you're trying to say, well, I'm not a neo-Nazi because what? Because why? Am I supposed to just take your word for it after you've lied about everything else?
I haven't lied about a single thing, Hunter. I've been an open book here.
Except for the I don't hate anybody thing.
I don't hate anybody.
Then why did you say you hate Jews?
Because I was just being hyperbolic and shooting the shit, man. Again, it's like...
Okay, so what do you actually think about Jews then? Do you just kind of like not like them? Where do you stand with the Jews thing then?
No, I mean, it's not a dislike. I think most Jews are probably fine. You know, it's like not a big deal. Like, I think there are a lot of Jews in power, though. Like I said, it's disproportionate. But I don't have any reason not to like anybody. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't...
So you don't have a reason to not like the group of people that you think are responsible for trying to erase white people?
What do you? I mean, what are you talking about? The group of people? I mean, it's not like I like see a Jew on the street and I'm just like, that's the guy. He's behind it all. You
That's
know
not
what I mean?
what I said. Silly. That you said.
I don't.
Can
like
you stop putting words in my mouth, please?
I don't like the people in power, but I mean that goes for a lot of different people too. I don't particularly like AIPAC, or I don't particularly like the country of Israel. You know what I mean?
You're just so like for the superior race. You're just so fucking fragile.
What do you mean?
And cowardly.
What are you talking about? Again, I got no reason to lie about any of this stuff, man. I'm being straight up here with you.
Why don't you just acknowledge then that this wasn't hyperbolic and that you do dislike Jews? You don't have to say you're frothing at the mouth and with hatred, but that you have a serious you have a serious bone to pick with Jews because you think that they are primarily responsible for erasing white people.
Yeah, I mean, I have a bone to pick with them. Yeah, sure, but like it doesn't mean I hate them. It doesn't mean I even dislike them. I just want them to stop fucking with me.
Okay, so how are they fucking with you, and why is it that? Like, what makes this specific to Jews?
Well, I mean, they tend to run most media companies. The Federal Reserve, ran by Jewish people. I mean, there's a lot of different departments within the U.S. government, largely ran by Jewish people. I mean, you even admit it yourself that they have a disproportionate amount of power in this country.
Yes, that's not the argument. That's not an anti-Semitic thing to say. It's true. Do you know why, for example, Jews are in disproportionate positions of power when it comes to Hollywood?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe they're good. Maybe they're funny. Some of them are funny. I like Jerry Seinfeld.
No.
You know?
Why do they have such a large influence? Not just actor-wise, but like it's because of anti-Semitism. It's because Thomas Edison, after creating the fucking video camera, believed that Jews were bringing in the filth to the world, which sounds kind of similar to what you were saying. And so instead of risking getting a lawsuit because they used the video camera technology, Jews migrated to California, where Hollywood was later born. So you can't complain about Jews being in positions of power while simultaneously not realizing it that it's your type of attitude and belief that put Jews there to begin with. So there's that.
I mean, I had nothing to do with that. So, like, I mean, I don't know how, you know, like...
The same beliefs that you're echoing were said by people who pushed Jews into the position in which they are now. So you're not allowed to say, oh, well, they're in positions of power. And
that's like, this is like me saying to you, like, well, hey, pedophiles hold the same beliefs that you do. You know what I mean? Like, so what? You have no control over that. I'm not going to hold that against you.
No, there's a difference between holding an ideological belief.
I mean, how about you address that? How about you address the fact that there are pedophiles that hold the same beliefs as you?
How about that? There are pedophiles that hold the same beliefs as you?
I don't know. That's crazy. I mean, what are we going to do about this, Hunter?
It's because my argument is not that there are just bad people that are similar. It's that there are people that have made these same arguments as you that have led to where Jews are nowadays, and now you're appealing to that to further your own anti-Semitism, my friend. That's what I was saying.
And there's people that held the same ideology as you that fucked kids. What are you going to do about it, Hunter?
Wait, didn't you say you're a Christian? Like, you're way more guilty of that, my friend. But anyway, let me go back to what I've already was trying to say, is that You're a Christian. Do you think there hasn't been a long history of child fucking amongst Catholics or Christianity in general? Do you want to go down that route?
There's been a large history of like child fucking in school teachers and stuff too. Yeah, I mean,
okay. So
again, like, what do you want me to do about it, man?
the conversation here, the anti-Semitism is not Jews are in disproportionate positions of power. The anti-Semitism is Jews are in disproportionate positions of power, and they are weaponizing that power to erase white people.
Some, not all. I mean, some of them, yeah.
Oh wow, yes, okay. I'm not saying that you think literally every single goddamn Nazi or every single Jew is responsible. But
no, I mean, but like I think the one thing that you're kind of missing here from all of this is like I don't hold like necessarily like Jewish people necessarily accountable. It's the Jewish ideology I think is like really more or less I have a problem with.
So is it the ideology? Is it the genes? What is it specifically that makes Jews want to erase white people?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what makes them tick. I'm not a mind reader. You know what I mean? But I just don't.
Why is it specific to Jews here?
Maybe it's like the Talmud, or maybe it's the how they're raised. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but there's clearly something. I mean, you can even look at their voting records.
So they're like raised to just dislike white people? I don't get it.
I don't know. I mean, I don't either. I don't have the answers on that one, Hunter. You'd have to ask a Jewish person that sort of question. I'm not a mind reader. I'm not going to sit there and try to infer what they're thinking or what goes on in their culture.
Just like you didn't know what happened with the Holocaust. Yeah.
I mean,
I like how your big defense is just like, please, I'm retarded. Don't get mad at me. Like that's just like your argument for everything now.
No, I'm not going to sit here and pretend something that I don't know, Hunter. I mean, I don't know. Like, do you want me to pretend I know something that I don't? Like,
no, I want you to be a little bit more forthcoming about your positions instead of sniveling and weaseling.
What do you mean? Every time I'm forthcoming with you, you think I'm lying?
No, because you haven't been forthcoming.
I've been completely forthcoming with you this entire time.
Okay, if that's what you think,
that's what I know, man. Like, I have no reason to lie. I get nothing out of it.
Okay.
I'm a public persona. Like I'm out here.
I just feel like this is really embarrassing for you.
How so?
Because you've basically been this entire call has been you denying that you did something or think something, and then it proving otherwise, and then you denying that or saying you were joking. Like, am I supposed to believe this entire rant about Jews making your world a miserable place is just a joke?
Yeah, I was just venting. I was just frustrated.
Venting and a joke are different things.
I didn't say they were the same, But I mean, sometimes they kind of go hand in hand,
So
sometimes
is the part about you hating
love,
Jews the joke, and then the other part about how Jews are making your life a worse place? That part was truthful. It was just a vent. You venting?
Yeah, I was just venting a little bit,
So you were truthfully venting about how Jews are making your life a worse place. Okay.
Like I said, I was being a little hyperbolic, but yeah, sure.
Okay. Cool.
Like, I mean, I don't know why people like is like hyperbole not allowed anymore. Like everything that you have to say is supposed to be.
Oh no, hyperbole is more than okay. It's totally okay to be hyperbolic, but going on a fucking schizo rant in which you yell in your camera and scream like a little bitch that you hate Jews or whatever, that's a little bit more than being like hyperbolic. Like, for example, if I were to tell you that like...
Can we wind this back a little bit? Like, what's up with all these insults? I haven't insulted you a single time.
I don't care. That's the funny thing, is that you think that you're going to be able to get away with these like cheesy liberal civility politics. I don't give a fuck. I will be mean to you if I want to, and you're a piece of shit because you're a piece of shit.
But like, why though? I mean, that's
because you're a piece of shit. You hold ideals that harm people.
Why like what I don't get is like why all this nastiness and all this like bitterness. You know what I mean? Like
because you're a piece of shit. I'm bitter towards people that hold beliefs that make the world a worse place.
What makes me a piece of shit? Like how am I making
you?
The world a worse
let's
place?
see. You believing that Jews are responsible for erasing white people? Yeah,
I mean,
Jewish question, something that, hey, you know what's really cute? Let me go ahead and demonstrate this. So the Jewish question, which is what you've already agreed, that is what you believe. You know what Adolf Hitler called the Holocaust? The final solution to the Jewish question. Funny, huh? It's funny how those type of beliefs have consistently led to harm on the world and to minority groups like Jews. You make the world a worse place. So I'm fine telling you that you're a piece of shit.
But no, but like you haven't explained how I'm...
Your beliefs make the world a worse place. What do you not understand about that?
But like how, again, like what you cite Adolf Hitler. Like I don't like Hitler. I've never avowed Hitler. I don't condone any sort of violence towards any human being on the planet. Okay, so like I don't know what that has to do with me.
That's great. I never said you did.
But that's what you insinuated though. You insinuated like my beliefs are going to lead to like...
No, I was just being hyperbolic. No, I was just venting there.
I mean, you can be cute and coy or whatever, but...
I was just joking. No big deal.
I mean, your hostility here is putting a real strain on our kindling friendship here. You know that, right?
I like to just, meme around. No big deal.
No, I mean, but like, no, I'm being serious. So like, let's get that. Like, do you really think that like I want to like kill Jewish people? I don't want to do that. I don't want to kill
you don't need to want to kill anybody. It's the fact that you hold beliefs that have historically justified the killing of Jews. It's the fact that you
What do you mean?
propagate belief that make more and more people anti-Semitic, which, I'm sorry, the more anti-Semites that you have, the more likely it is that violence will actually be carried out against that group. So it's not just violence. That's like the absolute end all. It's the fact that you are cultivating this community and allowing these types of ideals to fester, in which you do nothing but propagate these anti-Semitic beliefs that Jews are out to erase white people.
Okay, but again, like, I'm not avowing any sort of violence. I disavow any sort of violence. It's not what I want. Like, again, like, you're conflating violence and trying to attribute violence to me for some reason. That's the part that,
I didn't say that. It's that you're perpetuating it online, my friend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're saying like I'm perpetuating violence online.
I did not say that. I said violence is the end all, and that you don't even need to want to kill people. It's the fact that you are pushing forward ideals that have been used historically to justify violence, and that you are pushing forward more anti-Semitic beliefs, which are, again, more likely to lead to harm, and second of all, are just wrong.
I mean, I could say the same thing about you, though, right?
No, because I can actually demonstrate that my beliefs are correct.
I can actually. No, I can though, because it's what you're essentially insinuating here is that I'm a Nazi, right? Like that's the be all end all of what you're trying to do.
I'm not insinuating it. We've seen the evidence, but go ahead.
Right. So okay, so you're calling me a Nazi, even though I vehemently disavow it. I don't claim to be a Nazi. I hate Nazis. I'm not affiliated with the Nazis. And isn't like a big thing that like we should kill Nazis, that we should punch Nazis and like commit violence against Nazis? So aren't you perpetrating violence against me?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I think you are. I think you are, actually. I think that's what you're trying to do, is you're trying to perpetrate some sort of violence against me.
It's actually funny because the type of beliefs that you're pushing forward almost necessitate violence.
Answer the question. No, answer the question. Do they not say punch a Nazi? Don't you guys say punch a Nazi all the time?
No, I've never said punch a Nazi.
Oh, you know, maybe you haven't said it, but people that think like you and hold the beliefs that you believe, Hunter, do say that. So really, you could say that you calling me a Nazi, the be-all, end-all would be for you to try to insinuate. It will ultimately result in violence being done against me.
You're incorrect.
Yes.
No, you're wrong. Yes. And this is why. First of all,
it's the same thing.
It's not, because you're pushing forward the potential for violence against somebody over an intrinsic characterization or quality of that person. I am simply bringing to attention that you have expressed blatant beliefs in line with Nazi beliefs. Second of all, my position is not that you should go punch a Nazi. There are other ways to combat your type of dipshit beliefs. However, when you say Jews are in positions of power and they're trying to erase white people, by signaling that they're in these positions of power, it almost necessitates violence. What else are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to go through... Can you be quiet, please? Are we supposed to just go through...
I'm not going to be quiet. I think you're dodging...
Shush.
No, I can't. No, you shush.
Quiet. The adults are trying to have a conversation. Okay?
Hey, it, shut the fuck up.
I'm going to have to kick you. No, I'm going to have to kick you if you keep on using slurs.
Don't be a little gay. Don't be a little gay guy. Come on. No. Don't be like that.
It's not me. It's the TOS, and I don't want to lose my channel over arguing with a dipshit like you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Again, here we go again. But no, you're not going to sit there and shush me, though. I mean, if you shush me again, I'm going to say the F slur.
If you say the F slur again, I'll just hang up on your dumbass.
Well, if you okay, then so we have a clear terms of immigration. If you shush me again, I'm going to say the F slur, and then if I say the F slur, then you'll bitch out.
So let me finish the point I was making, and then you can go. So
no, because you're weaseling around. You're weaseling
I am not
around
weaseling
right
at all. I'm
yes,
giving you a direct
right
example as to why my position is correct and yours is just woefully wrong.
No, because you didn't answer my question, Hunter. You're weaseling out of my question.
I answered your question.
No, you didn't.
Just if you're too dumb to understand it doesn't mean that I didn't answer the question.
No, I mean, you didn't answer the question. Does your side or not propagate this idea of punching Nazis and committing violence against Nazis?
I don't know. Are you a Nazi?
No, see, again, there you go. Weaseling again. Just answer the question.
No, I already answered this question.
Why
I
are
will
you being
answer
a weaselly little bitch?
Do you want me to answer it again? Do you want me to answer it again? Do you want me to answer it again?
Little bitch.
Do you want me to go?
Why are you being a weaselly little bitch? I just want you to answer the question for the first time.
Sure. So, no. My position is not that you should go and beat up Nazis.
No. Not your position. Not your position, Hunter, but your side, right? Or people that think like you.
No. Because there are other means.
There's no leftist out there that says things like punch a Nazi, or
there are some that say punch a Nazi. Sure. The difference is that you can combat neo-Nazi ideals.
So what you're doing is,
can you let me finish? I'm trying to actually make an argument.
I'm finishing my point here first. So essentially, the end result of what you are doing right here is trying to propagate violence against me. Essentially,
I already explained that there's a difference between the potential for violence against somebody over an intrinsic characteristic and violence over somebody for having dipshit beliefs. That's the first thing. Second of all,
right? So
can you shut the fuck up?
No, I mean this
please?
is like
this is embarrassing me right now. You're embarrassing.
Basically, what you're condoning violence against someone for their beliefs. Is that what you're saying?
No, and you're not letting me explain why there is a huge difference here.
Why are you getting mad? It's okay, man.
So the big difference here is that one, the potential for violence against you, again, is not over an intrinsic characteristic. Second of all,
based on a fallacy and a lie,
you literally cannot go 5 seconds without talking because you know I'm about to explain why the fuck you're wrong. So the second thing is that there are ways to combat your bad beliefs via the system. We can go by the system. Violence is not necessary. But you believe that Jews are... When
you say that Hitler used the system,
can you stop, please?
So when
you however, are propagating... Can you stop? You, however, are propagating this belief that Jews are the ones in power. So the option of going through the system to combat what, I guess, the Jews or whatever you people would want to do, would not work. Your position necessitates violence. Mine does not. Mine, some dipshit lefty might say, oh, well, I'm going to go punch a fucking Nazi, even though they're too scared to ask for a second ketchup packet. However, that is not my position, and my position does not necessitate violence. Yours does.
But wouldn't you say that Hitler went through the system? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. Are you saying that
Hitler went through
Are you saying that the system? I mean, are you really this naive to think that the system cannot be weaponized in a violent way against its own citizens? I mean, that's happened throughout history countless amounts of times.
That's not what I said either.
Yeah, yes, no, it is.
Certain aspects of the system can be weaponized, but what happened with Adolf Hitler, at least,
the entire system can be weaponized.
Adolf Hitler used the system for only a brief time until he was put in a position in which he could overrule the system and assume dictatorial control. So you see that that's a big difference there?
No, it's not.
So your beliefs necessitate violence. That's the problem.
No, they don't. No, your belief that I'm a Nazi and slandering me as a Nazi necessitates violence against me because there are people out there on your side that want to commit violence against Nazis.
But it's not slander if there's evidence.
Yes, it is. There's not. I'm not a Nazi. I'm telling you right now.
And why did you say you hate Jews? They ruin the world. They want to wipe out white people, and you've done Nazi salutes on video.
Because we've already went over this, man. That doesn't make me a Nazi. I'm not a National Socialist.
Okay.
I don't believe in Hitler. I don't believe in...
Literally, you're doing it. You're doing the time travel meme right now.
What do you mean?
You unironically did.
I don't know what
you're like, I'm not a National Socialist. I didn't time travel. I'm not a literal Nazi from the Adolf Hitler era. Shut the fuck up, dude. You're such a little weasel.
No, but that's like the whole basis for Nazism, man. Like that's where the term originated from. And like just because like your side is again distorted it and try to weaponize it against people who speak about race and IQ and culture and things like that in an honest and earnest way. And you believe
honest and earnest way, yes, so cute.
Yeah, it is. I believe that it is at least. And the problem is like again, people like you want to necessitate violence against Nazis.
No, I don't. Violence is not necessitated.
I didn't say you, but I said people like you, people that think like you.
No, my position does not necessitate violence, whereas yours does.
But it does.
Yours necessitates it. Mine does not.
It does, Hunter.
You don't know what necessitate means. You know, a lot of your problems would actually be solved if you had just gone to school.
When did I say I don't know what the word necessitate means? Again, this is like you're just
demonstrating that you don't. But okay.
No, I'm not.
Well. I appreciate the conversation. Thank you so much for coming on here.
Why are you backing out? Like, no,
I'm not. I'm ending the conversation because there's nothing else. Because you're like the fucking.
I had more to say here. No, I think what it is like the reason I'm ending the conversation is you realize is what you're doing here is necessitating violence against me by slandering me.
I am literally. This is why I'm hanging up because you don't know what I've said, so you just keep assuming my position.
To be honest with you, I think.
Oh, there you go again. Okay, goodbye. Stay away from Nazi Hunter. It's a buzzword. No, I have a set definition of what a Nazi is. And I can go through that, and if they meet the criteria, then yes, I will call them a Nazi. I'm not going to be afraid to call somebody what they actually are, because someone else might get mad. No, fuck you.